Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, I have got a much better month to talk about with you than I had last month. I know you Sagittarius got a little mad at me in my comments, but I was just relaying the energy as I read it. This month is going to be a lot more to your liking. I'm sure I won't get as many of you arguing with me as I got last month. I did get some really, really positive input from some wonderful Sagittarius that were like, you're right on the money, but for the most part, you guys hated what I had to say. So this month starts out on the 2nd with Mercury aligning with Saturn in a really, really positive aspect. And this is going to be in your 5th house. Now, I talked a lot about last month that, you know, you guys are the great wanderers. It's kind of difficult for you to want to settle down, but the energy out there is really asking the Sagittariuses to root themselves somewhere, to find a foundation where they can root. Even if they wander off, they still get to come home to some roots. I've seen some Sagittariuses that I didn't think would ever settle down, starting to settle down right now, so I know that I'm on track with the way that I'm reading the energy, so I'm just going to keep going with it. So this is in your 5th house, and your 5th house is all about love and romance and taking risks. So I see you wanting to take a risk on a relationship right now. I kind of feel that's where the energy is. Even to the Sagittariuses that swore that they would never settle down, I see them possibly have met somebody or possibly want to try to initiate a relationship with somebody. It's kind of out of your realm, even for those Sagittariuses that, you know, just can't see their life going that way. I think they're compelled at this point to start stabilizing their situation in a much different way. And Jupiter and your Sun is really positively. Jupiter and your Sun is really positively aspecting this as well, and it's also in your 5th house, which means that it's aligning with your authentic self and it's expanding you. This relationship is not going to tie you down and root you and prevent you from shining. No, this relationship is an expansive relationship. It's going to allow you to be authentic. That's why you're thinking about settling down with this person, because this person truly, really likes your authentic self, and to find somebody that can love a Sag for who a Sag is very special to find. And I think if you found that person, you gotta go for it. But again, this is a little out of your comfort zone, so you are going to be able to tap into the energies of the universe that's going to allow you to move forward in this relationship in a pretty powerful way. Now, we do have one difficult energy to talk about, but it's only one, and I'm telling you this, and then after this, the Pluto-Uranus energy is kind of lighten up. Mars is up there with Venus, kind of making everybody seductive and confident and happy this month. I see a lot of really positive energy. I do have something difficult to talk about, and that is on the 4th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse. And it's going to be in Libra in 14 degrees. And for you, this is going to hit your 11th house. It's going to be in a difficult angle as well with Pluto and Uranus. And this is that Pluto-Uranus square energy that we had last month. And so you're going to, this isn't going to feel good. This is going to be an opposition, a very strong opposition energy. Anytime you get a lunar eclipse in a full moon, it has the power of 6 full moons, because you only have a lunar eclipse every 6 months. And so let me describe to you a little bit about what a lunar eclipse is, and then I'll try to put it to you in astrology concepts. When the Earth blocks the sun, it puts shadow over the moon. I think that there are some relationships that you've got to emotionally withdraw from and evaluate that relationship, that friendship, and see if that's a relationship that you see going long term. I see that this relationship has been a volatile relationship. It's a relationship that you are attached to emotionally, you're dependent on. However, you're outgrowing this relationship, this friendship. And so it's something that you're going to have to possibly have removed from your life. And if it's not something that you really want to do, trust me, if the energies in the universe see this as a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship, it will remove it for you. It will be dramatic and it will be sudden, because anytime Uranus is in the mix, Uranus has that volatile energy of making unexpected things happen to where you're just left going, what the hell just happened? Like, that was like out of the blue. That was nuts. And it just dramatically ends it. Now, with eclipse energy, the eclipse happens and then 6 months later we revisit this particular issue. And, we reevaluate it. And it is an accumulative energy. So this may have been building from the previous lunar eclipse. And so this accumulated from that. However, I do see something dramatic happening in this friendship. And it could mean for some of the Sagittariuses that what accumulates is this friendship may be something more. Maybe you've had this friend for a really long time and it's just been a friend. But maybe this friendship is going to turn and manifest into the relationship energy that I see all this month. And so it could be a cumulative energy where it ends the friendship and begins a relationship, is what I'm trying to say. Whatever happens, expect the unexpected in this situation, and expect Pluto to be pulling out some pretty crazy stuff from it, and there to be some very interesting situation and conversations from it. Now, on the 8th, the energy turns, back to positive. Jupiter, your ruler, is going direct in your 9th house. This is your ruling planet, and that thing is beaming extra. And so, it's going to be in Leo, a fellow fire sign. So this is a really powerful energy for you. This is also highlighting your house, your primary house. And so this is going to expand your thinking. This is going to make you much more philosophical. This is going to make you much more spiritual. It's going to put you in touch with essentially a higher power, a higher sense of self. It's going to make you evaluate your ideals and your ethics and make you look at yourself. If you have had some limitations in yourself, if you've had something that's held you back from connecting in relationships, this energy is going to be powerful for you to, evaluate yourself and then look at your old patterns and then manifest a change, because this is such an expansive thought process. And so you'll go through this. And this is also going to be in your 5th house, because Mercury is in your 5th house and Uranus is on all this. And so it's going to be an exciting energy. It's going to be an innovative energy. It's going to have to do with your inner sweet self, your dark chocolate layer coming up against this relationship. You might be revealing yourself in an unexpected way to this relationship, taking it to the very next level. I see that happening. It's a very, very creative energy. You could come up with a new creative way to approach this relationship that may make it a successful relationship. On the 14th, Venus opposes Saturn. And this is going to be in your 7th house of relationships. And so I see this is going to be a difficult day, because where Jupiter is trying to make you come up with creative ways to generate a relationship, and it's going to make you want to be romantic, and it's going to want you to have a beautiful love affair. You're going to want a relationship from this energy. And you're going to want a relationship that is going to get to know everything about yourself. And so Saturn is going to pull back the reins on you. It's going to slap your hand, and it's going to restrain you a little bit. Now, Saturn is in Sagittarius, and you are being taught a special lesson from Saturn. And so in this month, it's going to be directed at your relationships and how you go about relationships and how you go about romantic relationships. On the 18th, you have a new moon in Aries in your 5th house. So this is romantic. You are willing to take a risk with this relationship. This person is something special. You didn't think you would find a person like this, and you're willing to go out and take that risk, that wild risk with this person. It's going to be highly romantic. It's going to be essentially a new beginning. You're going to feel very alive with this energy. Mars is really ignited in this energy, and so is Venus. And they have been up there doing their sweet dance and making you guys really drawn to each other and really feeling a sexual motivation in this relationship. So I see this going definitely to the next level. Not that it wouldn't with a Sagittarius, because you can barely resist a Sagittarius. I mean, their energy is just so sexual anyway. They just draw you to them, and that's what I completely love about a Sagittarius. This new moon, really tap into it. It can mean that, you want to take this person out on dates, and you want to enjoy everything that you never could alone. And you haven't just found that right partner to even want to. This is the person that's going to do it. For existing relationships, this is regenerating a lot of it. This is getting you guys back on track. This is getting the romance back into it. This is putting the love back into everything. This is putting the fun back into your life. Life has been very serious, and it's been motivated by money, and it's been motivated by trying to stay on top of everything. Now you're getting a break from all of that energy, and it's going into a sweet spot for you and making you feel more alive in a very passionate part of you that you kind of lost through all of that trying to keep ahead and trying to find a way to provide for your family. Now on the 22nd, Venus and Jupiter are in a very positive aspect with Mercury, and this is and Pluto, and this is all going to be in your 6th and 7th house. So it's going to be in your partnerships. It's going to be in that new relationship I keep talking about, or the existing relationship, manifesting something better from it. And this is about responsibility. You're going to, by the end of this month, you might be really seriously thinking about talking about making this an exclusive relationship and talking about future with this person. It's going to be something that you were thinking about all month, but because you guys had such great, tremendous energy together, because so much was expanded through Jupiter between the two of you, you might just talk about future plans. Once a Sagittarius gets really excited about something, they really want to go for it. And with Mars in here, oh my God, it's really going to want you to take it to the next level. So I hope you really enjoy this very charged month in relationships, romance, and creativity. Just know that this is your month to make a lot of stuff happen if you want it to. You guys have a great potential outlook if you tap into the energies at the right time. And, I really would go for it. What do you have to lose? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work. And then you're back to being who you were, a free spirit, unattached, uninvolved, and roaming the world, having a good time doing it. There's nothing ventured, nothing gained as far as in my book. I mean, that's the way I look at everything. Have a wonderful and fabulous April, and I look forward to seeing you next month.